Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name's Steven and I'm one of the ambassadors for Veniard, and welcome to the Sportfish Spring Spectacular 2024. Today I'm going to tie for you a nice and easy Euro style red tag jig fly. I use this on a 3mm, 3.5mm, 4mm bead as more like a point fly, so you can get down to depth quite quickly, but there'll be absolutely nothing stopping you use this on a lot smaller sizes like 2.5mm if you wanted to use it on something like a dry dropper rig. We're only going to use 3-4 materials in total, mainly using the peacock dub from Veniard. This is really easy to dub onto the thread, unlike some other materials like ice dub that can be quite awkward. So it comes in some great colours. You've got orange, green, black, olive, dark olive and rainbow black. All available from Sportfish now, so give it a try. So in the vise we have a partridge shore hold size 14. And we're going to come in with some UTT 70 in black. Just a few wraps behind the bead there to lock that off. And then the first material is going to be some Glow Bright floss. This is Glow Bright number 3. So I've put 4 strands together. Best way I find to tie this in is to pull it under your thread. Then you can hold your thread and pull the tips down, making sure it's right on the top of the shank, and then tie down to the base. And then I always use the back of the hook as a gauge, as I don't want these tags too long, and then just trim that off. Then our next material is just some medium silver wire, so I'm going to spin my thread counterclockwise, wrap back up, tie in our rib, and then next steps to dub the body. So we're using the peacock dub. This is the dark olive, so it's really nice to dub with. Just got to take a few fibres at a time, otherwise you'll end up with a really thick body. We don't want that. Slimmer the body, the faster this will actually get to depth. So enough there. And then we can lightly dub this on, creating a little bit of a taper right up to the bead. So then we're going to counter rib this with the silver wire. So not too many turns, 3 or 4 should do it. And then lock that off. And then we can helicopter out our waist. So then next thing I'm going to do is create a dubbing loop. So 1, 2, 3 turns, and we can now lock that off. So now we're going to put in some CDC. So I've got a CDC feather here. I'm just going to take one side and put it in a CDC clip. Cut out the stem. And then we're going to place it in the loop. Four or 5 turns, and then as we're wrapping this round we're going to pull all those fibres back. Now the reason I always use a loop over a split thread is I find I can judge exactly how much CDC I want in. So if I've got too much I could tie this off and get rid of the waste. Make sure that's locked off with a few turns in front and trim that out. Then our next dubbing is going to be the peacock dub again, but this time we're going to use the purple, so this will create just a little bit of contrast to the body. Again, you don't want too much of this, we only want a really small collar. So just enough to go around once, really, that'll do us. And then a little bit of varnish on our tying thread. And then we're just going to whip finish. I always do a couple of whip finishes just for extra security. Now if you feel that your CDC is too long, you can pull your fibres to the back and just shorten them a little bit with your fingernails, and that's our finished fly. Thanks for watching.